Quaddy, it is the Sydney Cup, and wow, hasn't this race just gone through the roof in terms of all the horses entered into, in terms of the prize money. You've got the big stables here. We've got Lloyd Williams, we've got Waller there, and we've got the smaller stables as well, Lee Curtis and Squiddy Spirit. We know what she's going to be doing out in front. Yeah, some people love that horse, some people absolutely hate her. What a cracking race it is. In a few years' time, this could be almost as good as the Melbourne Cup. I just hope they change it to a Tuesday so I can have a few beers in the afternoon off work. Let's have a look at the 3,200 metre race, the second leg of the quaddie, a Group 1, a cracking Group 1, a bit of a different tempo forecast there you can see, up to 3,200 metres with Squiddy Spirit in the race. They might set off 900 metres, 1,000 metres out from home and do a really long sprint. Good dry conditions and fair to near pace is the forecast for the bias. Across the three key factors, position in run, it's a really, really big field. And with that long sprint, those horses out the back might get left behind. A good dry round mix important as well. And surge, you want a horse that can really, really stay in this race on Saturday. Yeah, let's find that over the 3,200 metres, Mike. And as we have a look at the market now for the Sydney Cup, and ALMANDIN, what a win that was last start. $4.40. Sir Charles Road, there's another really good win last start, $7. Aloft there, the other one under $10. We've got Ventura Storm, Prestwick there, Orvray racing in great form as well. And who shot the Barman? Geez, he's going to have some fans there as well, Mike. He's such a popular horse, and so many people got really excited when he ran so well last start in that 2,400 metres race. Let's look at the 2,600 metre race from last week. Obviously one of the main lead-ins into this race on Saturday. And Sir Charles Rowe was near the pace, well backed. Ventura Storm dropping up from 2,400 metres ran well, and they got well away from the third horse, didn't they, Stu? They sure did, and this horse too is absolutely smashed in the betting this day. You want to see this. This is coming in with great form, a Kiwi with the form line. Yeah, he was near the pace, he was well back, so obviously he travelled better than some of the other Kiwis. There was one out the back that had similar form to him that got nowhere near them. Overall, this form is below the other form lines. I think anything from below third can't win on Saturday. But those top two horses you just can't rule out. No, and look, we've got to have a look at a Group 1 here, Mike. Caulfield Cup last year, let's go back to it. I know Single Gaze was scratch day, but we're looking here now. Lord Fandango coming wide this day, and all importantly, that wasn't the place to be. Yeah, he's an exciting up-and-coming stayer. In these handicaps, you need these up-and-coming stayers that'll enjoy the 3,200 metres. This is last preparation when he was going really well. I think he beat Gaelic Chieftain to start before this. This is a long sprint home. He was wide most of the way. He just keeps lifting with those long strides, and you've got to say his run was better than Single Gaze. Yeah, look, really good run there. And Single Gaze, disappointed she scratched this week, but hey, it's a good, really great retirement for that horse. She has deserved it if she does go that way. Mike, let's get into it now. There's a couple of replays, all the form, all the key factors. Let's go. Let's have a look at the form and see which of these stays has the best form. Wow, down the page, Orvray at the weight, slide him up. You've got to give him the gold bar for form. OK, could we have a race on our hands here in the Sydney Cup? Key factors time, Mike, position in run, a few levelling up here. Yeah, Loft's drawn a bit wider, might not get the right spot. Prestwick could get a little bit too far back, but most of those horses in the gold can settle midfield or better, which is the right spot to be in this race, we think, on Saturday. OK, and a good Randwick track again. Yeah, looking for those dry track horses. Most of them are fine. If you love Who Shot the Barman, you want Navesh to put some more dew on the ground because it's not looking good for him. This race is absolutely on. Look at this. Plenty of gold down the bottom here, Mike. And the last one, Surge, 3,200 metres. Yeah, these real stays that can stay on all day. ALMANDIN's won over 3,200 metres. He's won the Melbourne Cup. Prestwick, the Japanese horse, absolutely sticks. Who Shot the Barman? That's a big plus for him as well. And Lord Fandango, we just saw that long sprint race. He can stick on as well. Well, look, we both backed Lord Fandango last start. And I remember being at that track. It wasn't exactly the type of track it needed. Back to the good track. That's what we're looking at. And Aloft there, Mike. I noticed very, very soft on that horse. But look, time for a bet here, or is it not? I think it is because we've just seen a few down the bottom there. Let's have a look now at the ratings versus these odds. And Mike, take us through this. There's some serious each-way form on the top of the betting here. Yeah, look at those horses above $10. Obviously, ALMANDIN's so popular, but we don't think he's a bet at $4.40. There's so many horses around him, so take your pick from second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Maybe Orvray just a little bit of a risk up to 3,200 metres over the 24 last start. He did just peak a little bit. Lord Fandango, equal top raider, such good odds. Back to a firm track. I loved him in the Melbourne Cup last spring, but they're saving him for this spring. He's a great bet each way, I think, on Saturday. And Who Shot the Barman? You can't deny his chances on Saturday. Yeah, nice juicy odds there for the Sydney Cup as we